Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy! Send it! Incoming! Put the money in the bag, man!
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, bro. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Did you just rub something all over the microphone there?
No, it's Zippix.
No, I know that.
The package.
Yeah,
it's cinnamon though.
Okay.
Getting some nicotine.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Right into the microphone. That was the best place to do that. Huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's using those things, by the way.
They're delicious.
My wife is.
They have the best flavors.
I know they're awesome. They're awesome, man. It's a great invention.
If you're a jeweler or you're a
ruler,
they're not even on this show.
No.
At all. I mean, they're not even on sports.
You're just a big fan.
Well, I mean, I just like I think they have the best flavors.
I've not had another company like Zippix, so I don't know. Is there another one?
No, I mean for any nicotine product.
Okay.
I think their flavors are the best.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're great for sure. MyBookie.com is our title sponsor on the show. Obviously, it's gambling, which we're going to talk a lot about here today. This seems to be a daily occurrence now. This one is in Major League Baseball.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, you're not going to... I mean, look, I'm sure if you were smart enough, you could probably get away with it. But Emmanuel Clase, not a smart man.
Not a smart man based on the amounts.
Who does he play for, first of all? And explain the situation to the audience.
Well, he played for the Indians.
Okay.
And I say played for because he's definitely going to get banned for life
as
soon as this is over.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't fuck around with that. But the main way that he wasn't betting, I don't think, or facilitating betting on whether the team won or lost.
No.
But it was all prop bet stuff, just like these college basketball things.
Pro players, like Jonte Porter and Rozier in the latest.
Yeah, so it's like, it would be like, will Emmanuel Clase throw off a wild pitch? The first pitch.
Because you can bet every single thing. Next pitch, ball strike.
Yeah. This happened in college football over the weekend, and we'll get to it like immediately after this story. Yeah. So were they in on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, allegedly, and they got indicted. That wouldn't happen unless it was likely, I think.
And what are the charges on this here?
Let's see. The charges are.
You usually facing some pretty big numbers in prison, like 50 years, 60 years, something like that, for throwing games.
They've been placed on paid leave.
They'll give you 5.
MLB contacted law enforcement at the outset of the investigation. Is fully cooperated.
Wire fraud conspiracy. Honest services wire fraud conspiracy, conspiracy to influence sporting contests by bribery, and money laundering conspiracy.
Okay.
Him and Luis Ortiz, the other relief pitcher.
Which nobody knows who he is, but Emmanuel Clase was the best closer in baseball for 3 years, probably.
Just a
right?
demon, like an absolute fucking
101, 102 mile per hour cutter / two-seamer runner, right?
Exploding. Just movement like crazy. I mean,
was the best, but on a small team. I don't know why he would even do this.
You know how much he was getting?
No, how much was he? That was my
Well,
next question.
let me
to
put
you.
it this way: the
What was his
Cleveland
salary?
Indians, Guardians, whatever, paid him $5 million a year, I think, like that, something
Okay.
like that.
On the open market, he could probably got.
Well, yeah, he'd still make more money, make millions. He was getting about $5,000 a pop for throwing these pitches,
Okay.
so not a great
No.
life choice.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like cheating on your wife with the dog.
Yeah. The dog's always going to be there, and he's never going to say a goddamn word.
Yeah,
So-
it's fucking insane. So yeah, it was for small sums of money, and the bettors apparently the bets were like up to like $58,000. So these were not
Specifically
like million.
player props on these
Yeah,
players.
so two things they were betting specifically: ball strike, and over under MPH.
Okay.
So that bet is basically, is he throwing a breaking ball or a fastball?
Wow. That's how deep it gets.
Yeah.
So you can bet on that.
On certain platforms, yes.
Wow. Okay. That'll lead us into the next one here with Ohio State.
Well, wait,
over the
hang on,
weekend.
because this is like that math just doesn't make sense to me. He's going to pitch 75 games a year because he's a reliever, and he's a stud too. He did it. He pitched 75 or more, or 70 or more 4 years in a row, no arm troubles. So he's a legit dude. 3 of those years in a row, 42, 44, and 47 saves. His whip is somewhere between 0.6 and 1.1. Which is 1.1's kind of high for a reliever, but the
0.6 is
two
obscene.
bookended seasons are fucking elite. 7 strikeouts per walk, stuff like that. But still, you're only going to pitch 70 innings, so or maybe less, right? If you're a relief pitcher and you're pitching 70 games, you're going to get about 70 innings, maybe less.
Okay.
For a closer, because you might come in some that are half innings or whatever. At $5,000 a pop. You have 70 opportunities, basically.
Yes.
At $5,000 a pop. Does anybody want to do that math? It's not fucking enough money.
Yeah,
man.
Not good.
you're-
I'd also, one of the reasons I got caught, so there's 2 reasons I got caught. Same reason the
Look at
best.
350K.
If you do it every single game, which he didn't.
Okay.
And
this
you only
makes
need to
no
do it
sense.
once to get fucked. So here's the problem, too.
Like, that isn't even enough to pay his taxes
Right.
on his actual
Right.
fucking
It's
salary.
It's fucking insane. So the other problem with this too is how easily it was to catch them, or how easily they were caught, because the pitches that they were missing were spiked, were a foot outside the zone. So if you see bet traffic on this, like higher than usual, like why did someone drop fucking 50 grand on this?
Yeah.
And then Clase immediately throws a ball into the fucking stands.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, the math on that is immediate.
he was bouncing fastballs like in the other batter's box, basically. Like, come on, man. At least try to make it look good.
Boy.
I don't understand what. I mean, he's obviously just a lunatic because none of this shit makes any sense.
Or they're just dumb.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He's got to be just dumb. Is
Yeah.
that an okay
Yeah.
answer that he's just stupid?
They're dumb. I do wonder. I always love to know who the bettors are. So
Same.
in
Was
the
it
end,
the mafia or something like
because
that?
in the NBA, it's like I guess probably mob stuff. But with the Latin players specifically, I feel like
it's just their friends.
it could be their friends. But what I was going to say is that they're in a more uniquely dangerous situation sometimes. It's a not infrequent thing that like a baseball player's family member gets kidnapped in their home country and
Yeah.
ransomed.
I mean,
Like,
look,
Yeah.
Big Papi is the best baseball player for the Dominican Republic ever, probably, I guess.
Yep.
Pujols is a
Is he Dominican? He's Puerto Rican.
No, he's Dominican.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
Either
then
way, they're
he's-
both greats.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best baseball players from that country ever. He's royalty down there, and he still got shot.
Yeah. Well, he
what
got
I mean?
shot for fucking that dude's wife.
Yeah, but
That's,
still.
you know.
I mean,
Still
like,
got shot.
OC is strong down there. You can't fuck around.
I
And-
get it.
But like it's happened. I think Ugeth or Bina it happened to one time. So I'm wondering like if it's
He's
ever. I
dead,
want to know
right?
if they're Americans that doing the betting or if it's like dudes or like through dudes from the home country.
This
That's like
is
we're
what
gonna
I
burn your
think
fucking
it
house
is.
down or
Yes.
your mom's house down if you don't get us a little cash.
Do you guys know that Yasiel Puig story from back in the day?
He's Cuban. That's all I know about him.
Oh, they tried to kidnap him, steal him,
Yeah.
all the things.
He was too fast.
He
Swam over here.
He got his house robbed, I think 4 times. I don't mean he's robbed in air quotes. 'Cause they were looking for him. They
Yeah.
just ended up stealing his shit over and over and over again. Finally, the Dodgers had to get him security, and he came into the dugout during a game and said, "They're here. They're in the fucking stands." And I mean, it got really fucking bad.
Yeah.
And this gambling shit, because we do it for fun on this show, is really gaining steam with these player props. And I'll move this into the other story over the weekend involving Ohio State. I guess you can call it load management, technically.
Yeah.
But you have these player props that are going on. The number one wide receiver who's coming off the board in this NFL draft is going to be Carnell Tate. Now, he shows up, runs on the field with a helmet and full pads, uniform, everything else, comes back to the sideline, takes his helmet off, does not put it on the rest of the game, does not play one single play.
Against Purdue.
There was player props that were out on DraftKings and a bunch of other sites on Carnell Tate.
Right.
Your coach has to mark you as injured or coach's decision or a DNP.
Questionable.
Right. In order to get rid of this particular wager. He did not do that. That's a fucking problem, obviously.
Right.
So people who bet on DraftKings bitched. After about 48 hours, I guess people were the bitching was strong enough that they got their money back.
That's a rough game.
Here's
for him to
the
be
other
out.
part of this is Arvell Reese, the number one pick in the draft, most likely the linebacker out of Ohio State, goes in for one series and then is gone. Doesn't play again the rest of the game. There's nothing wrong with these people whatsoever. And then that's it. But that's going to affect your over-under, your defensive points, all the things that you and I like to bet on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Tate thing especially because, like, you're playing a softie in Purdue. So you're like...
He could have had 150 yards.
Right. That's a juicy prop game.
Instead, it went to Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
So if you bet on Jeremiah Smith, you hit the over and you hit all the things and all your props. If you bet on Carnell Tate, you didn't even get your money back because the coach did not list him as injured. And he's not injured. The other guy is not injured either. They just took him out. Now, when they were asked about it, and this kind of leaked over the weekend as well, Ohio State, apparently there was an internal memo that leaked saying, we're purposely slowing down the game so we can essentially load manage for the team because it's a 17, 18-game season potentially. We do not want to go through the injuries we had last year. Some gambler brought this up, and I was unaware of it, and it's my favorite team, for Christ's sakes. They're number 130 in all of college football as far as time of possession and points scored, which means they're slowing down the clock, and they're only running on average 60 fucking plays a game.
Yeah.
And this is all saved for the playoffs. That's why Dan was talking about it, that they're going to, later in the year, you're going to see this high-powered offense that you saw last season is they don't want the injuries there. Problem is, we're all betting on this shit. So what do? I've never heard of this but here's the thing. I've never heard of this in college. I've never seen one college player voluntarily sit out just because they wanted to, other than, I mean, I can think of two in my lifetime. Jamar Chase did it his entire last year at LSU.
Yeah.
And then Jackson Smith and Jigma did it his essentially last year of college as well.
Right.
He said he had a tweaked hamstring, and that lasted 4 months. But both of those guys, we all knew they were going in the draft, and we'll see what happens. The weird thing about Jackson Smith and Jigma was they could have won. They easily would have steamrolled for the national championship. That was the year they played Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
He would have lined
With
up against Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
That affects everything. Jamar Chase, I understand. Burrow and all those guys left. He was worried just about getting killed out there.
Right.
Which, fine. And I think Burrow got his back and picked him number 4 in that draft.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to tear an ACL on a team that's going nowhere.
No need to. A championship team, I don't really understand. But this, you're getting a real fucking murky waters here because who made the decision and why? And
I assume Ryan Day.
But here's the thing. I think on mybookie.com, they don't allow college prop bets for this specific reason with players.
Yeah.
They do it in the NFL, you're allowed to, not on college players, which I agree with because they don't have an injury report that's the same as the NBA or the NFL or everybody else. Where,
it's a little more informal.
Hey, dude, if you're not on there, like Goodell has been a fucking bastard about it over the years. Like an absolute bastard. If you're hurt and you didn't report it, you get fined. Your whole team gets fined and everything else. Gambling is going to start dictating more and more shit. And we're going to start watching it and wondering, like you guys, for example, an outside pitch from a player like that in a baseball game shouldn't fucking happen.
And this should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because we forget now because that's what we do in America. We forget. They forgot New York.
Yes, yeah.
But we forget. We forget that fantasy football saved the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It saved it. the NFL ratings were tanking.
Yes.
Fantasy football came along, and then once it became digital, because people were playing it. I don't know how old you
Dungeons and
motherfuckers
Dragons.
are.
Oh, yeah.
But people were like
pencil
on
and
golf
paper.
scorecard shit.
I was in
and having to like have your league commissioner, and then somebody like in print news somewhere would put out what the actual scores for the week were for everybody, and then like by Thursday of that week they would issue corrections.
Yes.
On stuff.
Yep.
Right? It used to be Dungeons and Dragons, and then it became digitized, and it saved the NFL because people started watching all the downstream games to see what would happen because they had skin in the game, right?
Well, here's what changed during that process is you had fantasy football explode. I've been doing it since the 90s.
Yeah.
So it was CBS News. That was the site that it was through. Like, that's how old it was. Sportsline, I believe it was called, CBS Sportsline. And, you had a draft, but you had to write it on a board with a marker, and then you had stickers for your teams and all that fun shit. And then what happened was everybody was like, wait a minute, it'd be awesome if I could watch every game. That's when DirecTV makes their bid for every NFL game. Now we have this thing called the NFL package. Awesome, man. Well, I can't afford that. You got something else? Yep. I got this other thing called NFL Red Zone. If you're too fucking poor to pay for all the games and want to watch your fantasy football players, we got this other thing for you. You can buy that at a third of the price. Now we're all gambling on this shit, player props and everything else. We can't even watch the fucking game tonight. That's going to affect my betting. No offense, it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's most of the reason
If you
why
can't
I
watch
bet.
it, you're not gonna.
Because I'm not watching it.
I mean,
like,
look, I've bet on women's Polish basketball games before, so you can do it, but
you can do it. But here's the thing: how do you stop a college kid or these fucking guys from the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or whatever from doing this dumb shit? Because right now there's a rumor going around in college basketball that they're about to break wide open this huge case with college basketball players.
fucking sure they are, dude. I mean, college basketball is a tale as old as time, right? Like, that's in fucking Goodfellas. They were doing that.
There was a movie called Harvard Man.
Jimmy
about it.
the Gent. So the guy, he actually, I think ended up dying in prison, but he would have gotten out sometime in the 90s. But Jimmy the Gent, the guy that De Niro played, invented point shaving in college basketball, like in real life.
Okay.
James Conway is his name. Yeah, he invented that shit. It's been going on since it's been going on.
Right.
But here's when professional sports became popular in the early part of the 20th century with baseball, for example, the Black Sox. OC had already had organized crime in America was already pretty in charge of a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of illicit stuff. Prostitution wasn't pimps. It was OC. It was organized crime, right?
Right.
And then, of course, with Prohibition, it became booze and gambling and all that stuff from so on. So this has been going on for 100 years in this country. Literally, the 1919 Black Sox.
And that's just the most.
It's the first time anybody got caught.
Yeah, there's been more. I actually read some about a player the other day who committed like 9 errors in 1909, and they were all like, dude.
Yeah.
We fucking know what you were. Come on.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck you, buddy. Like, I'm not throwing anything.
You don't know anything about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been going on for a long ass time. So yeah, I mean, look, I think none of it surprises me if you find out. If I found out certain players were involved in something, that would maybe surprise me. But to find out that it's going on is not in any way shocking. But it is, the league has to work with the federal government to stop it because it delegitimizes all of their revenue.
But they're going to have to do something with college football. So let's take this Ohio State thing because I had money on it. I had money on the over. I had money on the points scored and all that. Because you can bet on team offensive points scored, defensive points allowed, and all
by
that
quarter.
other shit.
So
by quarter, motherfucker.
My assumption for betting would be, well, two things. One, load management. You just kind of shit out of luck sometimes. Don't bet on that team if you know they're going to fucking rest their guys.
But nobody knew.
But here's the other thing.
Nobody knew.
That gambling could do to fix it with kind of like, I think, like an easy fix. So when you bet on baseball, I don't know if you know this, but I'm sure you've seen it. You don't have to, but you can click. There is a button that says the starter must start. Right, because if you're betting on a baseball game, your presumption is that, whomever, Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto's going to start that day. So, yeah, I'm betting the fucking Dodgers. Yamamoto's on the mound. If he gets a late scratch, then your bet is wiped.
Yeah.
So it would be the type of thing where it's like, okay, Carnell Tate must play at least 5 snaps for this bet to count.
Okay, interesting. But how do you do that for college kids? Like...
Well, it's nothing to do with them. It's just your site or the casino. It's like part of the agreement. It's like you're making this prop bet, and we are saying that we will honor the bet so long as he plays 5 snaps
But the other guy fucked up the defensive points. Where it was just like,
well, this
That's
is but
nothing
this.
you can do
By the
about
way,
that.
this is just for coaching incompetence. This isn't. This has nothing to do with corruption. Like there's a that would solve that part of it. But the ability to solve a dude missing free throws. Good luck.
I know.
You just have to. So here, yeah, point shaving's really hard to find too, because point shaving is the whole game. The props are like, you're like Terry Rozier sits out and they're like, somebody put $100,000 on Terry Rozier not scoring 10 points tonight, and he walked out of the game. Like that is clear. They're not doing it intelligently at fucking all.
No.
Point shaving is a lot more subtle and more difficult to pin down, especially in college basketball, because there is not a reasonable human being on earth that could be like that. College basketball players should have been hitting shots left and right. They're a fucking college basketball player.
Yeah.
Those guys look like ass all the time. Even the really talented ones, like it's not the NBA. Like they do not sink shots unless you're like JJ Redick at the free throw line at Duke. Like you don't sink shots like you do in the NBA. So
or Christian Laettner at the top of the key at Duke.
Yeah, I mean that's impossible. That feels impossible to prove unless somebody's like ratting on you.
I mean, I would.
You'd have to find the conspiracy itself. The performance on the field would not, or the court, whatever it happens to be, would not be enough. But with Clase throwing the ball a foot and a half outside in the dirt, and then the next 4 pitches fucking carve up the strike zone, I'm sorry, bud.
And there's a ticket that they have proof on, and they're like, that's weird that someone
Yeah.
just put $50,000 on that pitch being a ball, and then it flew 10 feet outside the zone. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, again,
You asked how they
this
stop
is-
it. The only way to do it is to prosecute these cases,
Which is what they're doing.
ban the people for life.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you find anybody in the regulatory or gaming side of it, they've got to get banned for life, and maybe that company's got to get liquidated too. I mean, you've got to hammer people for that.
And to be clear, DraftKings eventually caved and gave back the Ohio State bets to people, and another gambling sites as well. I heard it done the same things. My bookie doesn't offer that, so it doesn't really matter anyways for college kids.
Yeah.
But they ended up caving after 48 hours of bitching nonstop.
Not that it's their fault, by the way.
It's not.
It's not.
I wouldn't have. I mean, it's not. You take the risk. It's a bet. A
Yeah.
bet is a risk.
Yeah, but
I don't know what to tell you.
To your point from before, they should be having a board meeting right now about how to mitigate that. Like how do we we can't control the coach, we can't control the commissioner of either the conference or the NFL or whatever. The NFL is actually pretty good about that, about punishing those people, but we can't control the conferences, we can't control the teams. So what can we control? And having an out in the bet, if he doesn't play the game, then
I agree. I think that's a great way to handle it if you are going to do it.
Yeah, it's just a little box you click. You don't have to click it.
But
Because in the MLB, you don't.
I'll say this though, as a fan, let's say I didn't have money on that Ohio State game. I would want to know what you're doing and why these people. There was all this speculation.
Yeah.
Is he injured? Did he fuck up somebody? Did this guy fuck up somebody? And it's just like, no.
By the way, it's not just about gambling. It's also about people who spend $1,000 to take their family to that game that
Totally.
wanted to see a specific dude.
And in college, most college games, Columbus is a little different. It's like Austin, where I think it's a biggish city. But like a lot of college games, like I went to a Mizzou game a month ago, and like it's in the middle of nowhere. So it's not just like an NFL game where you drive your car down to the stadium and it's in the fucking city you live in. You got to go literally halfway across the state to go see your fucking game. And yeah, that fucking sucks. Like,
I was pissed off as a fan watching it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, what the fuck? And if they're hurt, fine, but just tell us for Christ's sakes. And then just to shrug your shoulders and say, nah, just kind of.
We can't. I mean, load management's not even a thing. Let's be real about
Is it?
that. No, it's not. That's not a legitimate thing in any sense of the word.
If you're playing an NFL schedule
I don't
in
care.
college,
If you're a professional athlete, which is what they are now, and you're 21 years old and you can't play once a fucking week, then go do something else.
but they're doing the NFL, and that's the issue.
I mean,
what's
they've
that?
always done.
NFL players don't sit out games unless they've already clinched and it's the end of the season, or they're already out and it's the end of the season.
But let's say-
if somebody's still in contention, doesn't matter how much they played that year, they're playing that game that matters. They're going to play every playoff game.
But let's say you're an Eagles fan. Saquon Barkley is your hero. In the last game, he could have broke the all-time rushing record.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we're going to sit him. We're good. That's one of the most impossible records to ever achieve in any sport.
Yeah.
I think it's, one guy has gotten close?
Just to stay healthy that long.
Yes.
Yeah, Dickerson and fucking OJ. and who was the other one? AP.
Yes.
No, Gary Payton. Walter
Adrian
Payton never
Peterson.
did it. Adrian Peterson is the other one.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. I don't.
And then Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis, also, who's that Ravens running back? Jamal Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Johnson, I think, also had 2,000 yards.
He did have 2,000
There's
yards.
been like
Only
6
once.
or 7 of them. Yeah. So it's like, I get that too. And I'll talk about fucking Michael Jordan, what he had to say about it. It's like, some poor working hump spent a bunch of money to come watch me play. And he's either a Bulls fan and he wants to see me play, and that might be the only opportunity he and his kid get to ever see me play, or he didn't say this, but you could see it in his eyes, or he's some cocksucker from another team that thinks that his team is going to come beat me, and I for sure am not letting that happen.
Right.
Because fuck that guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what he said. He's like, I'm not going to let that guy come into my house and watch me get beat.
But I'll tell you this, as a fan, if I'd have taken my kids to that Purdue game over the weekend.
Oh, my God.
And traveled to fucking Indiana and got a hotel and all that other shit, and then my kids' favorite players aren't playing for no reason whatsoever, I'm pissed off about it. Like, okay, cool, man. Like, it's also dangerous as shit. Like, good luck. If this season's so fucking easy for you guys.
I didn't want to say anything to
yeah.
not offend you.
I am fine with it.
But I'm a little worried about Ohio State's level of focus because they haven't been punched in the mouth once and they're on cruise control now. Now, here's the thing. Like, I was saying this some the other day. I'm like, if they lose to Michigan or lose to Indiana in the Big Ten championship game, they'll be fine because they'll get that punch in the mouth before the playoff. But if they cruise to a Big Ten title,
it's exactly what I was thinking, Bob. So we'll get to it now. We'll switch on over to college college football here. Let's take that game and let's take Indiana because they're 1-2 in the nation. I think they're 1-2 in the CFP and all that other shit. Obviously, Ohio State cruised again, but that worries me. If you're sitting out fucking players because you think you're that goddamn good, that's insane to me. Or you don't want to show them plays or whatever the fuck it is. You better win it all. In my opinion, you better win the whole fucking thing and then prove to the nation, hey, dude, we were that fucking good and it didn't matter. Because you're pissing off fans who wanted to see their favorite players, and if you're sucking up the clock, which is exactly what got leaked over the thing. It's like, all right,
but
man.
That's a fine strategy.
It is, but how good could that team possibly be?
It does.
I remember watching, I was at the games for 2019 LSU. I was physically there for 2 of them. One of them was the playoff game against Oklahoma, and Jalen Hurts was the quarterback. I loved seeing Joe Burrow drop 5 touchdowns in the first fucking half. 4 of them were to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
The entire season, those motherfuckers played, and they never let their foot off the gas, and they scored 50, 60 a game. Right?
Yeah, but Burrow's that dude. Because it wasn't Coach O. Not that I don't think he's a bad football coach. He's got kind of weird there for a while because he's had a very good career at a bunch of different universities as a coach and then as a head coach. He's a good football coach. But having a guy on the field who absolutely refuses to let one play embarrass him. I'm not going to get embarrassed on one fucking play. I want to win every fucking play, like Baker Mayfield, for example. And you can see it when you match it up with the level of talent that Burrow has. Then it's one of the greatest players I think we've ever seen. He just can't stay on the field.
But ironically, he came back today.
Yeah, this is what. Well, he's in the practice mode. He's got 21 days to practice, and he can rejoin the team after that. So, I mean, it's mid-December.
It was nice seeing him on the field.
Yeah,
and then hopefully he.
But when you see that marriage of that level of focus and effort, to Bob's point, with the talent, you get Kobe Bryant, you get Tim Duncan.
Yep.
Right? Who, I mean, say what you want about Tim Duncan.
He's fucking
one
awesome.
of the best basketball players of all time.
He never gets mentioned.
Never
but he's
said a word about it.
He's a top 20 dude of all time.
The Albert Pujols of the NBA.
I 100% agree.
Albert Pujols is one. Fucking obviously Kobe and Jordan, Bird are players like that. Bird, gangly white kid from fucking Indiana, refused to lose. He wanted to win on every fucking play. He wanted to win. That's the difference between good and great.
I just think it's kind of a cliche, but it's always the thing where it's like, have they been tested? Because they're going to get to the playoffs and they're going to face a Georgia or an Alabama or a Texas A&M who has absolutely been through the fucking fire.
100%. And so I'm looking at this and it's like, dude,
it's Mike Tyson against Buster Douglas. He hadn't been hit yet. You know what I mean?
If no offense, but even as a fan and somebody who's got money on it, I'm worried. Because if you're load managing an entire fucking season, essentially, and slowing down the clock and all this wild shit and then having players sit out, and you're not playing anybody. Now, granted, it's not their fault. Obviously, Texas was preseason 1.
Yeah.
Penn State was
Well,
preseason 2.
that's looking like a decent win again.
Well, they're back in the top 10. Yeah, but let's take Penn State's against Indiana here.
Yeah.
It's now the second time that Indiana's won on a last-second touchdown.
Yeah. Catch of the year, by the way.
It was a miracle. Like, we had to watch that. I was in the airport.
Yeah.
So I had to watch it 50 different fucking times because I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And then, luckily, they had the right angles for it. I think he was definitely in. I'm not saying it wasn't a touchdown.
Oh,
it was.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the other foot that was in, not the foot that was the one they ended up calling it. That's how crazy that play was all the way around. But Indiana... This is the second time where they've played Penn State in Iowa, where it's been a last-second miracle touchdown. And, you know, the announcers afterwards said, look, you got to play these close games, know how to win these close games and everything else. And, yeah, I actually think there is something to that.
Yeah, there 100% is. When you know how to make a last-second drive, you know that you've been there before. And as bad as Penn State has been this year, or disappointing or whatever, they have dudes. It's kind of like playing in a lot of
very good dudes.
It's kind of like playing in the SEC where it's like, oh, good, we're playing Florida. Like, Florida sucks this year. There's still like fucking 8 5-stars on the field, and you're like, God, like you never know. You just never know if they're going to jump up and bite you. So Indiana has now faced, I think, objectively more talented team, and dealt with a win there. They weren't more talentedly coached, but more talented on the field, certainly. And, yeah, that's probably good for Indiana.
It's a good lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Like, you're up on Penn State, who doesn't have a great offense before, and now definitely don't. And you're like, all right, fucking got them. And then you give up 17 unanswered points over the course of about a quarter.
Yeah.
Right? From starting in the late third. 17 unanswered. Like, oh, shit, we got to come back and win this fucking game now. That's a good lesson to learn. Don't take your foot off the gas against good teams, bitch. You know what I mean? And Cignetti knows that. Institutionally, he knows that. He's a good coach. But having the guys on the field understand that this game isn't over until we're fucking celebrating. You know what I mean?
It isn't. I just look, but it also doesn't make me believe in this team anymore. And this Fernando Mendoza for Heisman thing, can we just shut that down now? Like,
what did he do that game? I didn't
19
see the
for 30 for 218 yards, and the last one was a miracle. Like, one touchdown and an interception.
He had,
but that touchdown was the receiver.
He had a rushing touchdown as well, and also it's Penn State. Penn State's defense is good.
I will say this: you got to give credit to Mendoza too. He put that ball where only that dude could get it. Granted, he had like one of the greatest toe taps I've ever seen in college football. But
sure.
But I mean, it was a solid throw. Like, it was a throw. It was the right throw to make.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't. I mean, regardless of what Mendoza has or hasn't done, I don't know how you don't give the Heisman to Julian Sayin.
I don't either.
But we'll see.
He's the favorite for sure, but I would say Mendoza absolutely deserves a trip to New York.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think a trip to New York, but as far as, I mean, they were saying Heisman Mendoza after that catch and everything else, and I was like,
not for one. You can't throw one touchdown.
Was on the receiver. No, 218 yards.
Yeah. But I'm not too worried about Ohio State. I mean, they've got UCLA and Rutgers.
That's what I'm worried about.
But then they got at Michigan.
At Michigan, and then probably Indiana, more than likely, in the Big Ten championship.
No, definitely Indiana.
Definitely, yeah.
And they're not getting beat by any of the teams left on their schedule. Not even close. They have Wisconsin and Purdue left.
Yeah.
They're good to go.
They're going to win both of those games by 2 or more scores.
I think so, too.
It'll be
Oh, so they just get 2. So Ohio State's got 3. They got 2.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they didn't have their bye yet. So their bye is they play Wisconsin this weekend, and the next weekend bye. Then they have
Purdue and rivalry week.
So let me ask you guys this, because we'll go to Texas A&M next. They beat, obviously, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Does Texas A&M beat Indiana?
I think...
No.
I think yes.
No.
I would say
I think
yes,
Indiana's
barely.
got I think
it's a coin flip.
I think Indiana's got a really good defense. Like, I think their defense is underrated because of the other defenses in that league, because their offense has gotten most of the attention because of Mendoza and shit like that, but their defense has played really well.
Yeah.
I would take Texas A&M over Indiana. I would take Alabama over Indiana.
Alabama, yes.
I would take Georgia over Indiana.
No, Georgia's a paper tiger, I think.
My thing with Indiana is this. I think I've said this before on the show, is that I think Indiana is capable of beating any team in the top 10. I just don't think they're capable of running a CFP gauntlet. So could they beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game? Yes. Could they beat Georgia in a playoff game or Alabama in a playoff game? Yes. Could they win 3 of those games in a row? No.
I mean, any given Saturday, I guess, but I can't imagine them beating Ohio State.
No, but like
I think Alabama could beat Ohio State if everything went perfectly for them one day.
Right.
They could do it, but I don't think that I don't think A&M or Indiana or Georgia or any of those teams.
I was sold on A&M before this week, but A&M is just they're not getting the shine they deserve.
I'm starting to be afraid of A&M.
I
would not want to play them in the national championship.
They have a quarterback who might also go to New York. They have weapons all over the field on offense. Their defense is one of the best in the country. Nobody's talking about them. Like it's all just Alabama, Georgia, and still Texas in the SEC. But A&M is a fucking machine. I will say in that Missouri game, the Missouri defense did a really good job on them in the first half, like really, really good job on them. And then the offense we never had an offense on the field, so the dams broke, essentially. So I think A&M could be a little vulnerable to an elite defense, which I do think Missouri has, and obviously Ohio State has. But you never know.
No.
60-minute game.
LSU, Alabama. LSU has no offense whatsoever. I've never seen anything like it. They ended up benching Nussmeier.
Yeah, that LSU
second
sucks.
half. He was my Heisman pick, for Christ's sake. Yeah. So, yeah, dude. Next up is Georgia against Mississippi State. Rolled, crushed the spread, crushed everything.
Nobody's beaten the shit out of Mississippi State this year, really.
No one has. And that's
a great win.
That's why I said I think Georgia could beat Indiana as well.
I think, they're finding their rhythm. They're there.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia's got big people. That helps.
Oh, yeah. They're just bigger than Indiana's people.
But LSU, so I don't think that Kelly's going to Penn State.
I do, but who do you think's
I don't
going
know,
there?
but here's why I don't think he's going to Penn State. So he's suing LSU right now over his buyout. And the agreement says that he gets the remainder of his contract on a monthly payment schedule until 2031, right? Until the end of what would have been the end of the contract. So 10 years or whatever the fuck. They offered him a lump sum of $25 million and to wipe out the mitigation language entirely, which means you get $25 million today and you can take a new job tomorrow.
Really?
Yep. And he said no. Then they offered him 30 and 2 payments with mitigation wiped out. And he said no again. That's not a guy who's looking to sign with another team right now. How
interesting.
Why would you not take 25? You're taking 2.5 seasons worth of salary right now.
Yep.
And then you can take that job at Penn State tomorrow.
That's fucking insane. Also, you can't live off their. Just get your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get your money.
And get the fuck out of there. Yeah.
I mean, he could have taken 2 payments of $15 million this year and next year with mitigation wiped out, which means he could have made $15 million right now today, right? And then taken another $15 million next year while he's working for another team.
Wild.
So I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
I don't either.
He gave them until 6 p.m. today, or he's going to file a lawsuit.
Okay.
So I don't know what he's looking for exactly. I mean, certainly they're under no obligation to pay him $54 million today. The contract says over the course of you have the entirety of that contract to pay it back. You just switch from like in-season pay to monthly payment schedule. That's it, right?
We weren't in that meeting, though, so I don't know what was said, what was done. The governor's shit is weird. So,
all that stuff is weird. So I don't know what Kelly's trying to do, but that doesn't sound like a guy who's trying to take a job this week.
No, it does not. But
so we'll
potentially
see.
By December, first week of December. Next up, BYU, Texas Tech. Texas Tech fucking rolled. Hard AF Seltzer was there. Shout out Ryan Mills. We had Hard AF Seltzer all over that stadium. Texas Tech.
Look out for Tech. Their only loss
beat
was
the shit out of BYU.
Tech's only loss was a road loss without their starting quarterback.
Yep. And by the way, we bet on it. It was Arizona State. I bet that game.
I think Tech is being slept on.
I knew the goddamn quarterback wasn't playing.
Yeah.
To go back to the top of the show, that was an easy fucking pick. Oregon versus Iowa, same thing. Look, Dan and I told you this after we got back from that whiteout game. I don't think Oregon's very good, and they got really lucky once again in this goddamn game.
I think Iowa's better than you think. They're out of CFP contention now, but going into Iowa is not easy.
They scored 16 points.
I know. It's just, but going in, how many points did Oregon score? 23?
18.
Yeah. I mean,
it's an 18-16 game.
That's a classic road game at Iowa. That's just what Iowa fucking does to you. Iowa makes you look like dog shit.
It's wild to me, man. Next up, Navy, Notre Dame. Notre Dame rolled. We can breeze through this here because Wake Forest beat the Pretenders in Virginia. Look, we said this last week. Never believed in this fucking team.
Cal
and,
beat the pretenders in Louisville as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
None
Virginia,
of these teams
though,
are real.
The ACC is fake. It's a
Yes.
fake conference.
It should be a one-bid league now, but Virginia is still completely in line to make the ACC championship game. That was they only have one conference loss. So
I don't know that they want it, Bob. I don't know that anybody in the ACC actually wants to go to the playoffs. It
Just
feels
Georgia
like they
Tech.
all just want to go
Yeah.
home. Even Georgia Tech, who'd they lose to last week?
Oh, I forget.
Somebody shitty. NC State.
Oh, yeah.
Auburn. God damn, dude. Auburn,
They should have won that game.
they're 4-6. They could easily be 7-1 right now. I mean, easily. They keep losing by one fucking score over and over and over again. Watch out for the Alabama game. I don't give a shit that Hugh Freeze isn't there. By the way, where is this fucking star wide receiver who's been hidden for Auburn? Jesus Christ, this guy looks like a fucking first rounder.
Oh,
So like Coleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
What the fuck?
He's a freak. He's a freak. Well,
And they
because
just decided to never throw him the ball? Hugh Freeze? did?
No, it's not that they decided to never throw them the ball. It's that Jackson Arnold can't complete a pass.
God, what an embarrassment. That guy, I'd transfer next year if I'm, get out of there. Go to Ohio State. Shit, have fun. Miami beat Syracuse. Great. Don't give a shit about that. And then Wisconsin beat Washington.
Yeah.
At home. 13-10.
Washington Falls.
So,
Another team out of the CFP race, like officially.
yeah.
I mean, they obviously didn't belong there.
No, but if
no.
you finish the season 10-2 in the Big Ten or SEC, you're in almost certainly.
Exactly. All right, we got some sponsors to put the shit wagon on the air, and then we'll get to the NFL, including tonight's game, which I'm betting heavily on, by the way. I don't give a shit that I can't watch it. I'm betting heavily on this fucking game here. MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today. Was so-so in college due to a couple. The Georgia blowout was not expecting. I had Mississippi State in a lot of those parlays.
Yeah, I was really worried about that game.
I was not expecting a blowout like that.
Yeah, but just I think.
And by the way, the
Georgia's-
score wasn't even as close as it.
yeah, I think
It was
Georgia's-
more than 20 points. They ended up. That was some garbage time shit at the end, but Georgia was pretty fucking good.
They've reached their final form, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And what did I do in fucking NFL? I had a really good day yesterday, except for one game. Bills Dolphins.
Yeah.
Spread was 1. I pushed it all the way down to 1, and the Bills got absolutely fucking destroyed to Miami. I don't know what's happening. We'll get to the NFL in a second. But you can bet on anything, and then there's rakebacks on it, and the Heisman shit. Man, I'm in real big contention now.
Yeah.
I didn't pull the saying bet yet. You said
Either of
pull
them?
one of them? No.
All right.
I wanted to see what his numbers were like this weekend. He only had 5 incompletions all weekend, and he was fucking
He's
another
probably good
300
to go.
yards and I think 3 touchdowns in that game. Jeremiah Smith. Now I'm mad I cashed that ticket in. I don't really know what you do with that, but who knows? Yeah, tons of shit to bet on, and it's fucking awesome. There is rumors this afternoon that they're working on the carriage deal to show this Eagles game because the ratings would be massive.
Yeah, it's a huge game.
I would highly recommend you get that the fuck done. YouTube TV and Disney, both of you guys. But we'll see. Everybody's been a fucking moron lately, so in all facets of life, we'll find out. Next up, we got is it Biotech is on there?
Bioprotein Tech is on there.
BioproteinTech.com's on today. Let's fucking go. I had a nightmare travel sitch over the weekend, so Daddy's trying to shake off the cobwebs
Yeah,
here.
you guys both came in.
3
seeming a little-
cancellations. 3 cancellations. I didn't get in until 1:30 in the morning. Then they didn't have my bag, so I had to go back to the airport yesterday. It's got all my kids' shit in it, and it was a mess, man, due to this government shutdown. I did take some of that Bioprotein Tech, though. Today, 30 individual vials. Pop one underneath your tongue, either in the morning, right before 9-9. Dan's about to go 9-9, it sounds like, over there, and it'll get you up and going. I'm up and going here. But man, I could use 2 or 3 of those fucking things today. If you're over 30, hormones suck. Testosterone is not the only answer here. You need to mix a little shit in there. That's where BioproteinTech.com comes in. Use that promo code Drinkin' Bros for $30 off your first order. No needles, no side effects, no doctor visits, any of that other bullshit. 30 individual vials get shipped to your house on the first of the month, and you're good to go. Visit bioproteintech.com. Use that promo code Drinkin' Bros for $30 off your first order. Next up, we got drinkinbrostickets.com. If you want tickets to any of these events, including tonight's game. They got them on drinkinbrostickets.com. It did have a max out order because we took everybody to that USF game. And Jesus Christ, I didn't know.
I think you can just walk in, really.
No, they wouldn't let me buy the other tickets. And I thought it was sold out. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I guess thought I was going to sell them outside the stadium. I was like, no, we got like 50 Drinkin' Bros who are here, who were going in. Luckily, me and Dan were able to sort it out, and he had half, I had the other half, and then we all met.
Yeah.
I didn't know they didn't have a stadium on campus either, so shout out to
Play
Cones.
where the Bucks play, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Cones. It's $10 cheaper than StubHub. It's great. There is a ticket limit, though, on every single site, I learned. So
Yeah.
I guess it's 30.
That makes sense.
Guess so. So we had bought in 50 here total, but we had a blast. Thanks for coming out to everybody who came out to the USF live show. Got absolutely fucking destroyed, and we took that over. It was the highest of the year, 68.5.
Yeah.
They beat it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the USF fucking rolled.
They're right now. They got them in that 12 slot right now.
Yeah, although there is interesting movement. Obviously, the CFP's tomorrow, but JMU ranked in the AP.
Oh yeah. Hey.
So it's the highest ranked conference winner.
I picked them over the weekend. So they were in my parlays, all that other shit. Because that coach wants a job.
Yeah.
He wants a bigger job, and he can certainly get it. So I know he would win. That was an easy pick over the weekend. But yeah, shit, you can get tickets to any of those games for like $10 fucking for Christ's sakes. And then last but not least is hardafseltzer.com. Tall Boys. 12 packs. Everything's out there. There is the Circle K test deal is now done. However, everybody at Tuscaloosa is going to that Oklahoma game this weekend. So we're all stocked up there right on campus. And we're still in the Circle Ks. We just find out if we pick up the other stores here at the end of the year. Thank you for buying them out. Thank you for coming to support us at USF. Go to Bull Market. They had Tall Boys, 12 packs, everything there right on campus. It fucking rocks. The fraternities were there. It was awesome. Find the closest location nearest you. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and it'll take you to the closest location nearest you. All right, let's get to tonight's NFL game. Eagles, Packers. You got to bring this. You got to bring TV back. For
right.
This. Sorry, you do. Eagles are 6-2. Packers are 5-2-1. This is Green Bay minus 1.5. Over under is 45.5. D'Anthony, who you got?
I'll take Green Bay.
Okay.
I think the NFL, like my brain is telling me that the Eagles are better. That they had a big week rushing the football last week, and it really paid off for them, and that they should come into this game with momentum and rush the ball really well. And if this season has taught me anything, it's that I don't know, the NFL is weird this season, so I'm going to go against what my brain is telling me.
Okay.
And I'm going to bet on the Packers.
I understand. Bob, who you got?
I just don't trust the Packers. They're a weird team.
I don't
They
either.
feel like a soft 5-2-1. I'll take the Eagles plus 1.5.
Oh, give me the money line, because it'll be
Yeah. A little
worth
higher.
higher.
Yeah.
So I'm going all in on the Eagles here. Shit. I'm going to do this two different ways. I'm going to do Eagles money line, and then I'm going to tease it on a teaser card there and give the Eagles plus 8.5 and drop that over under down to 37.5. I think these teams easily get there, and it's 32 degrees tonight, but both are cold weather teams
Yeah, they're
anyway,
fine,
so
yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter. You got Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley. Let's go. You get all the fun shit. I just want to be able to watch the goddamn game, for Christ's sakes. Let's get to last week's scores here. Broncos, Raiders. I was texting Derek Wolf throughout this. This was billed as the worst Thursday night game of the year, and yeah, I have no argument here. 10-7 in this game.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
10-7. I don't know. Look, the Broncos definitely have one of the best defenses in the NFL. I don't know what's wrong with this fucking offense. It seems broken, and if you can't fix it now, this is the worst 8-2 team
Yeah,
I can remember this late into a season.
Speaking of soft 2-loss teams, yeah, the Broncos feel like a paper tiger right now.
Yes, if you can score 30 points, you're going to win this.
Yeah.
Good luck against the Eagles or the Chiefs, in my opinion. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, if the Chiefs make the playoffs, I don't think they're in it right now.
We'll get to them as well. I mean, it's been a weird year. Falcons lost to the Colts in OT, but covered by 0.5 points. So going back to how weird this NFL season is, luckily I was fucking sleeping. I forgot that this was
German game.
Yeah. And my flight didn't get until late, so I was just like, all right, cool, man. I woke up for the fourth quarter of this. It was a very fun game to watch, don't get me wrong. But the Falcons fucking suck. Penix fucking sucks. And the Colts, 8-2, and they had to go to Germany for it, for Christ's sakes, and they had a game last week, are pretty fucking impressive, man. Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries, 244 yards in this game, and 3 touchdowns. If you won against him in fantasy football, chances are you lost. Penix, I don't know why they spent the 8th pick on this. Look, I raged at the draft. I'll rage now. He's 12 of 28 in this game. He's absolutely fucking horrific here. What were we wasting this money on? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it wasn't a great pick. I don't know.
What was it, 8th overall?
Yeah,
8th.
something like that.
8th overall, and then they didn't trade Kirk Cousins. There was a bunch of teams that wanted Kirk Cousins, and they said no. So they fall to 3-6. In my opinion, no shot at a playoff. So what the fuck are you doing with this team, you losers? You fucking losers. Next up, Giants, Bears. All right, top news out of this game just actually came down. Coach Dayball just got fired for the Giants. He is out. If I am the Giants, I do not let Jackson Dart on the field one more snap of this entire season. That's what the big bitch has been about here. Why would you kill your franchise quarterback? I mean, for real.
Man, I don't know. I mean, you want to get him reps, I guess, but you also don't want him to die.
Yeah.
I think he's had enough reps. We're 10 games in. I think he can sit it out this year.
He's seen enough.
Scottibo's out. Malik Neighbors is out. You still need some offensive line here.
Yeah.
Get him out of there,
Yeah,
dude.
I agree. I think we need to talk about our 6-3 Chicago Bears.
God, do we? Or do we need to talk about who they've actually played here? Because let's look at it. They played the Vikings. They played the Lions. Lions are fine.
Well, who they've actually beaten? The Cowboys,
yeah.
Raiders, Redskins, Saints,
Bengals,
Bengals, and
Giants.
Giants. None of those teams are good.
Look, you got to play the schedule you're getting.
You do. And same with Ohio State, even though all those teams are dog shit.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have to play the schedule that you're given, but, man, looking at the schedule the rest of the way, they've got the Vikings again. Mm-hmm. That feels like another win to me. Steelers, who knows? I don't know what the fucking Steelers are.
Last night.
At what point do you turn to Will Howard? I mean, Rodgers looked like shit last night.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do there. Eagles, you're not going to win. Packers, you're probably not going to win. Browns, you could win that game. Then you got the Packers again. You probably split.
Yeah, it feels like a split game.
49ers is going to be tough, and then Lions is going to be tough to close it out. They finished 9-8. They're in.
Potentially. NFC's kind of stacked this year.
Watch out for the Rams, dude.
Watch out for the Seahawks.
I watched. Well, during the playoffs, I'm fine on, but
yeah, the Rams
watching Stafford, dude, and watching this Rams team, I watched the full fucking game. Man, that's a team to be worried about, I think, in the NFC. Next up was the Bills. 6-3. What is with this team, dude?
Sometimes you just get bit. It's the NFL. I don't know what's going on with them though. It's
30-13, and they scored those 13 in the fourth quarter. They were shut out for 3 quarters.
Yeah, no, it's
Josh Allen played, guys.
It's as bad as a game as it could have gone. They have one loss that I'm like, that's fine against the Patriots, but the other 2 losses to the Falcons and Dolphins
is a fucking mystery.
Inexplicable.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And now they're not in first place. Neither the Chiefs nor the Bills are leading their division. Or the Ravens, although I think the Ravens might win their division.
Well, the Ravens, now that everybody's back, and I
Yeah.
bet heavily on them this weekend, all the way around to go against McCarthy there. I believe the Ravens are going to make a run. They're 4-5 right now.
Yeah, I think they're going to win their division. They're not going to get a bye, but they're going to win their division and be dangerous in the playoffs.
But with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, you've always got a fucking shot. Both are healthy now. I know the defense is still banged up, but this was an easy win for these guys. And the Vikings are somehow 4-5, which is shocking to me.
Who knows? But the Ravens, honestly, if the Chiefs get in, the Ravens and Chiefs are really dangerous to me because I don't trust the top of the AFC. The Patriots are playing great and everything, and the Colts are playing
But
great.
they can be beat.
They're just no experience.
All of them can be beat. Yeah, I agree.
They haven't been there.
No. Jets versus Browns. If you're the Jets, why are you winning games anymore? Or maybe this is what this game was. Neither team wanted to win, and it was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
One of us accidentally
One of them
has
had
to
to
win.
do it, yeah.
I think that's the case in most Jets versus Browns games.
Probably.
Whether they're thinking it or not, everybody else is.
Well, I got 5 picks coming up. So rebuild, I'd lose out the rest of this year and figure it the fuck out. Patriots Bucks, this was a fantastic game. Patriots are legit at 8-2.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely fucking legit there. This is the team that I thought in the pre-prediction show. This is all coming to fruition. And, man, if you give these guys 1 or 2 more players, too, this is a Super Bowl contender next year or the year after.
I mean, they could be a contender this year just with how inconsistently everyone's playing. I don't know if I trust the Colts and Patriots, Daniel Jones and Drake May in January.
I don't either. Next up was Saints-Panthers.
Who?
Why? Some people were saying the Panthers were a real team now. They were 5-4, and you can't lose to the Saints and only score 7 fucking points.
Tyler Shuck had kind of a Tyler Schuff, whatever. Had
Whatever
kind
the
of
fuck we're calling him.
kind of a decent game, to be honest.
Good for him. They drafted him.
Yeah.
Why not play him? He had 2 touchdowns and 282 yards there. Congratulations. This one, you want to talk about betting on a game that there's no rhyme or reason to it? I bet this game. I bet it both ways. I took this in a 7-point teaser, and just because Mills was starting, Mills wants to play. And when he's in, he's actually pretty fucking effective. So, yeah, dude, the Texans came back and won this game, and it was fucking wild, dude, to watch. I loved it. And I had the Texans in this, and fucking C.J. Stroud was out. They're now 4-5. I don't know who's going to...
They could do something.
Could be.
Yeah. They're not going to win the
Nico
division.
Collins is back.
Yeah. They're not going to win the division, but they could go on a run.
Nico Collins is back, man. And this Woody Marks kid at running back is looking pretty fucking decent for them. So, who knows? Seahawks are fucking rolling right now. My God, dude. Also, Jacoby Brissett as the quarterback of the Cardinals. Man, what an upgrade over Kyler Murray. You got to get that fucking guy away from your
and
team.
Brissett is a replacement level guy. That shows you how bad Kyler Murray is.
Yes.
Like, just get a 1+ quarterback on that team, and you're going to have success.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
But man, this isn't even getting Wally pipped. This is getting exposed.
It's
Wally Pipp
just
was
being awful.
Yeah, Wally Pipp was a good player.
Yeah. But more importantly here, the Seahawks are now 7-2. They got a shot at the bye.
Yeah. The Rams and Seahawks play next week.
Yeah.
So
The Seahawks also turned the ball over 3 times in this game.
Did they really?
Yes. They had a fumble, or 2 fumbles and an interception in this game.
It doesn't matter if you're hanging 44. Nobody can beat you then.
Well, also doesn't it helps that they had defensive and special team touchdown, but this was a sloppy game for them. They won it by 22 points.
It's a good team. It's weird to say with Durr. We'll see how he does in the playoffs. Rams, 49ers. This was really fucking impressive to me because 49ers have been playing well with Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones had a great game.
Excellent in this game. I watched this entire game, and it was really fucking impressive what the Rams are doing over there. They got 2 great wideouts, Devontae Adams and Puka.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams is a great running back, and Stafford looks like he's fucking 29 again. I mean, it's crazy what's going on there, man. He could be in the MVP conversation.
He is. I think he's tied for the favorite with someone. I forget who.
Baker Mayfield?
No. I forget who the other one is.
Daniel Jones is.
No, I think it's Drake May, actually. No. I think him and Drake May are, and we'll check the odds real quick.
Yeah, check the odds for me. I would be shocked if it was Drake May. But...
Daniel Jones is leading the league in passing right now.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Drake May is the favorite to win the MVP. Currently, Matt Stafford is just behind him.
They're 8-2.
Okay.
Daniel Jones, 2,700 yards, 70% completion. He's averaging 266 a game.
Shit.
And 15 touchdowns, more interceptions than you would want, but he's not getting sacked much. He also happens to have 5 rushing touchdowns in addition to his 15 passing touchdowns.
Okay. But this was a really fun game to watch because I believe if you got to play the Rams in the playoffs, you could be fucked. I would want to avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
For real, dude. And that's it's a scary team. I wondered why they all came back, for one more run.
Yeah.
Now we know. And, man, there's definitely a shot out of these guys. Next up is Lions against the Redskins. All right, this is a big deal because it was 44-22. Here's why this is a big deal. Dan Campbell called the plays in this game.
Yeah. Took away play calling from his new OC, lost Ben Johnson after last year because he's the coach of the Bears now, and new OC wasn't cutting it, I fucking guess.
It looked like he was making a statement here. Goff was 25 of 33, 320, 3 touchdowns. The way they used Gibbs out of the backfield, finally realized Williams was a receiver on their team, dude. Maybe this is what they were missing all along.
Yeah.
And we'll find out at the Lions because I still love this team.
They're still really good. The NFC, I thought the NFC was going to be the weaker conference, and they're by far the better conference.
I agree, which brings us to the last game. Chargers-Steelers. Didn't touch it. Thank God. I would have taken the Steelers in this game. I mean, Chargers are really fucking banged up here. I don't even know who K. Vidal is for their fucking running back here.
Right.
But this game was never, ever close.
No. Aaron Rodgers looked horrible.
Horrible in this game.
Bad safety. I mean, just
2 interceptions.
One of them was off
16 of 31.
Yeah, one of them was off hands, but the other one was horrible. Like he sucks. He's not good. He's not good anymore.
Do you put Will Howard in? You still have a shot at the playoffs here. You're 5-4. What do you do?
Rodgers, his year overall hasn't been bad, but he's looked old the whole time. I don't know. I think he probably is going to keep riding Rodgers for now.
It looks like he's going to die every game he's out there.
Yeah.
This is definitely his last year.
It's got to be.
Has to
He's
be.
washed.
Has to be. Because it looks like he's going to die every single second that he's out on the field. And it looked so last night. It looked like he was slow, lethargic, didn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
The whole thing was fucking strange.
He doesn't want to be on Earth.
It doesn't seem like
he wants to transcend to a different. He wants to get on 3i Atlas and ride it to wherever it's going.
Right, which I don't blame him, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens there. Curious to see what Mike Tomlin does. Because if you bench Rodgers now, he ain't coming back. He's going to mentally check out the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And then we got breaking news here. Holy shit, we were just talking about this. MLB sportsbooks agreed to nationwide limit on pitch bets.
Limit how? Like monetary, like how much you can bet?
Yeah, they're going to establish, prominent U.S. sportsbooks are establishing a nationwide $200 betting limit on baseball wagers centered on individual pitches and prohibiting such bets from being included in parlays in an attempt to decrease the incentive for manipulation, according to Major League Baseball right now.
Look, the fact that Clase ruined his entire 7-figure earning potential for $5,000 tells me that someone's dumb enough to do it for
$1 or whatever.
Yes.
Basically. He did do it for $1. For all intents and purposes, he did it for just a pocket of change.
Very strange, man. But that is definitely one way to do it.
Yeah, because then it disincentivizes the bettors from getting their hooks in you because they can't win any fucking money on it.
Right, and then you're like, all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
Like we don't really give a shit about this. That's interesting. I wonder if that will bleed over into everything else.
Plus, at this point, do the casinos and the sports books even like the bettors who put big money on the games? Because those guys are the ones that are smart or cheating. I think at this point they probably prefer the retail bettors. Right, the guys who are just the average guys like us who put a couple $100 every week and lose it.
Right.
And they just cash checks. It's easier. It's an easier money flow now. Why would they continue taking the big fish if they don't need to when they've got another pond that is full of fish?
Yeah, exactly. Update on the LSU story. Brian Kelly's lawyers said they're open to additional offers. So maybe this gets resolved here if he gets an offer from somebody else. So very, very strange. They've got to know something that we don't, obviously, behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the contract is we haven't seen it, although it must be public because it's a public university.
It is public,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. Somebody will figure it out.
Yeah.
But that all seems really weird to me. If I'm Brian Kelly, I'm pretty sure I can get that Penn State job.
Yes.
To be honest.
Tomorrow.
Sure. Or one of the other 8 openings.
He
And
could easily.
if they offer me $25 million now and to wipe out the fucking mitigation part of that contract, mitigation means they owe me $54 million, but whatever contract I sign before the end of that, that gets cut off the total they owe me, basically, right? They can wipe that out, which means $25 million free.
Right.
For not
or 30.
working.
Get going up to 30.
Or 30 over 2 years. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, dude?
I mean, I guess he won't get paid the same. Because, look, he maybe would get paid the same at Penn State, but if Penn State doesn't take him, I don't think they will. If let's just say he goes to like a Virginia Tech.
He's still going to get $4 or $5 million.
Yeah. But it would probably be less over the course of, like, if you get $30 million plus $5 million for.
But it doesn't matter if they're wiping out mitigation, though.
Yeah.
If they're going to give me $25 million right now, wipe out mitigation, that means you can go right to work. So who cares?
Yeah. I mean, but it would still be less money. So he gets a $5 million for 5 years. 25 plus 20. I mean, that's $4 million short of what he'd be getting from LSU.
Yeah, but you get time value of money. You get 25 right now instead of 54 over the course of
10 years.
Well,
8 years.
It would be 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then updating this blackout story real quick on tonight's game, YouTube TV said that they will be giving a $20 credit. However, they're going to send you an email.
I got it.
And then you got to go and fill out some paperwork. Did you do it?
I didn't open it yet. Let me see what the credit.
Because now people are bitching about why not. This is all on auto pay anyways for everybody.
Yeah.
Why aren't you just crediting my account? Why the fuck do I have to go to some website and fill it out?
So it says over the next few days you'll receive a follow-up email with instructions on how to redeem your $20 credit for YouTube TV. Once redeemed, it'll be applied to your next bill. So you're just getting $20 off your next month.
Okay. And then you've got to fill out something for that?
I guess this is just a notification email. I haven't gotten the credit email yet. It looks like.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do all that.
Nobody is. Like, all this shit, man, is. I mean, let's just take what we've talked about over the last hour here. Gambling, people are throwing games, pitches, weird shit is happening.
Yeah.
College football, the number one team in the nation is game managing or loading fucking teams. Like, that's wild as shit to me. And then now we have 90 different fucking streamers that we pay for. Can't even watch the fucking game tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on in sports? Like, WNBA is even holding out, for Christ's sakes. Like, where are we? Like, where have we gone with all of this shit?
There'll probably be a holdout in baseball too in the next year or two.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are they asking for?
Money.
More?
I think the owners are they want a salary cap.
Yeah, the owners want a salary cap.
The players do
the
not.
players have all the power. The owners have no power.
There's typically, yeah, I mean, like, it's essentially the owners being like, we don't want to have to pay so much money to be competitive. So the Pittsburgh Pirates, cheap ass owners, like, it's not fair that I don't spend my tons of money like other people do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the revenue spread is between TV rights and in-person and merch and all that shit. But I know that the real value in a sports franchise is to wait 10 years and sell it for 10 times what you paid for it.
Of course.
So I don't want to hear any of this shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, like we've done the math on the show a number of times, and no matter how much they pay the athletes, they still make a fuck ton of money.
Yes. So
Sorry,
what are we doing here?
I don't know, but the players know it. The players know that. They know that the economics of the game isn't you're doing a fucking capitalization table that sees what ticket price and attendance is going to be 10 years from now. You're seeing what the fucking, just like a stock, you're seeing what the stock price of that company is going to be worth 10 years from now relative to inflation. And you're like, all right, well, that's how much money this thing is going to be worth in 10 years. I'm making X amount of investment. My capital shed is fucking X dollars per year to keep that going. Like to keep the lights on. That's how much, and this is how long my runway is for that. Can I afford to do that for the next 10 years while this thing 10x's in value and then sell the team? Obviously you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't be able to buy the team in the fucking first place. So the players know this shit. Tony Clark is still the fucking president, right?
Yeah, I think
of the Players Association. They've had this conversation in public before. They know that. So the owners, if they try to lock, I don't think they'll lock them out, but the players can go on strike.
And, I mean, they're pissed. Like, it's more news broke about the Bryce Harper situation that happened during the year where he got in Manfred's face because Manfred's going around to all the teams being like, all right, guys, when you talk about a salary cap, and Harper, it was in the Phillies locker room, and Harper was like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, it was about, I remember that. That was about the salary cap?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was like, dude, you're not going to talk about that fucking shit in here. And apparently there was more to that story. This just broke like yesterday today. There was more to that story where Harper was even ruder about it than was said, and the MLB, deputy MLB commissioner or whatever, was like, you need to shut your fucking mouth talking to Rob Manfred like that.
What are they going to do about it?
Nothing. Bryce is right. Bryce is right.
The Bryce is right.
Yeah.
That's going to be the name of his podcast when he retires.
I mean, his owner threw him under the bus in the offseason. I don't know if you guys heard about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he said, look, man, we pay this type of money for an elite Bryce Harper. You were not elite this year. Hopefully, you can return to being elite again because you were a disappointment this
Comments might not be unrelated to the other thing.
I mean,
but it doesn't matter. He's right.
You pay a guy, what, 50, 60 million a year and he hits 260? Yeah, I'm pissed off about it too. If I'm the owner.
Harper made him all his money back already.
And won.
That doesn't matter. He fills the seats. They made a World Series. I'm just saying, in terms of economically, there's no world in which Bryce Harper's contract has not been paid for 3 times over.
Well,
right? I mean,
but let's just look at sports. Let's take the NFL for example. There's a salary cap in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Every fucking team is now competitive on every given week. Like we've seen it in gambling and all this other shit.
Yeah,
this is the hardest fucking year we've ever seen. Chiefs are what?
5-4.
Yeah, 5-4 for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
We say they're back. They're not back. All these other people, we have no fucking idea. But there's a salary cap, and every single team is competitive.
The salary cap rules in the NFL are preposterous, though, and they doom certain teams to perpetual mediocrity. If you make one bad move, 5 to 7 years is wiped out. Right? The Browns, the Jets have made these big fucking splashy contract moves, wiped their teams out for half a decade or more.
But they've been wiped out for, no offense, Browns and Jets fans, but for 30 years, 40 years. Like I can't
Jets
remember.
Had a couple nice seasons, but yeah. The difference is though, like the NFL salary cap came in '94 when I feel like a lot of the teams were still owned by like legacy people who were not necessarily like rich, certainly, but not like what we have now.
Right.
Like the owners now are like billionaires several times over.
Well, and it's also conglomerates of billionaires going together in on teams.
So it's a little different when, like, I don't know, you've got like Georgia Frontier, like old people who have some money certainly, but maybe not the capital to build a team the way everyone has the capital to build a team now. And the NFL, none of these teams were worth what they are now. I mean, from 94 to now, that's 31 years. What's the average NFL team's value gone up like?
$1 million X. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the Browns have had 2 11-win seasons since 2020.
2.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude.
2. That's better than you should expect from them.
Yeah.
Because they fucking sold all their first round picks to get one dude who never played well for them and doesn't even play for them now.
2 since what year? I'm sorry.
2020.
Oh, 2020.
And one of them was 2020. So they've had one since they made that Deshaun Watson move.
So in 5 years, they've actually had 2 11-win seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
shocking.
more than I would have said in the last 25 years.
No,
but I think
the difference is the one 11-win season they had was pre Deshaun Watson when they had Kareem Hunt and what's his nuts, Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
The other one was with Joe Flacco.
Okay.
In 23.
Got it.
Like with the guy they actually made the career or the franchise killer move for, they haven't won anything. They went I think they've won. And out of his starts, maybe like 7 total games or something like that. It's very low. You can make, with that kind of salary cap, you can make one bad move on a big player and fucking ruin your team for years. And I don't know that the NFL wants that either, because it's not like the Pirates have done a good job spending their money, or the Marlins or any of these other teams. By the way, they have been caught twice now using the profit-sharing money to build new facilities or do this or do that, not on players, which they're required to do. So I don't want to hear them bitching about it.
Yeah, these are there's a lot of obviously like political nonsense of like no billionaires should exist and I hate billionaires and blah, blah, blah. But this is actually like legitimately the billionaires being really fucking greedy and just wanting more fucking money and not paying the most talented people in the world what they're due.
Yeah, I mean I look at it though, and I look at all these leagues. It feels like the NFL is the only one that has it right, that are at least competitive. All these teams are competitive. I look at baseball. Do you guys give a shit if a Marlins game comes on? Do you watch it?
Depends on who's playing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if they have any good players that year, right?
Yeah.
But they're not buying anybody.
No.
It's mostly by accident or through farm system.
They've accidentally done pretty good in their farm system for a couple decades. And then
so
they're gone.
the Rays.
Yeah, and then they're gone immediately, and then the Rays are the same fucking thing, and yeah, it's dumb. Like they're just trying to be cheap. They're just trying to be cheap. And legacy teams like the Pirates in particular, the Marlins and the Rays, at least they're only 30 years old. The Pirates, that's a goddamn.
I hate it, by the way.
That's a goddamn embarrassment.
And it's a beautiful stadium. Dan and I we just drove by it 3 weeks ago. We had lunch at Permane Brothers outside of there. It's one of the best stadiums you could ever go to. It's right on the water. It's fucking beautiful. They knocked it out of the park, and then they have no talent on the field.
And no desire
Nothing.
to
one of the best
do anything.
stadiums in America, and one of the best fan bases, too. When a Pirates team is good, do you remember fucking those Braves when they were playing the Braves?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Shit got heated with Bonds and all those guys way, way back in the day. Pirates, I mean, Pittsburgh's got fucking fans, dude. And they can't even give them a goddamn team to put on the field? Like, that's insane to me.
Pathetic.
Baseball's doing fine.
Ratings-wise, they are, yes. They're shit. The World Series was the highest ever?
In America, for Game 7 was 25 million. Globally, it was over 50 million.
It smashed the NBA by like fucking 12 million, 12.5 million for the NBA Finals. And that was a Game 7, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
Game
NBA
7
Finals
versus Game 7 is a pretty good test, in my opinion.
I just think even with the salary cap, the Indians made the playoffs. They had the 26th highest payroll in baseball. Reds made it. They were the 19th highest payroll in baseball. Milwaukee made it. They were the 17th highest payroll in baseball. Sorry.
But do you think they'll keep those guys? Like, will Ellie De La Cruz stay there?
I don't know, but they don't need him to. They did it this time. The fact that they did it in the fucking first place is proof that it can be done. And it's not just one team, it's 3 teams, all from the same damn division. Beat all these other high-spending teams to get 3 teams from our 2 teams, 2 teams each from the worst, what we thought would be the worst divisions in each league, right? And they're lower market teams. This happens every year.
Yeah.
A team, at least 2 teams from the Central gets in every fucking year, and it should not happen. The Brewers and Reds should not have both been in the playoffs.
So what would you fix then about baseball?
Nothing.
Nothing. Tell these assholes to spend more
I
fucking
would say
money.
it's your job to spend money. Like, if I'm Rob Manfred, I go to them, maybe have resurrect Milton Friedman and explain how capitalism works. You know what I mean? Like, you're making a capital investment in these players and a brand right now. You do stuff cool on the field, pay for cool players to come there. How much did the franchise value of teams go up? Like, let's just say, this is a weird example because it's still, the MLS is still a starter league, but the value of Inter Miami versus before and after Lionel Messi.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm sure it's insane.
And granted, he's one of the best players of all time, so that's not the whole story being written there. But if
hey, you and I know from Hard AF. Do you remember the pitch before? It was $50,000 a year.
Yeah,
and I said that's really fucking high because nobody goes to your goddamn games.
Yeah.
After Messi came there, call back, $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
It went up 5x.
Right.
Yeah.
With Messi there for Hard AF.
And granted, that's a unique case because again, they're still kind of a starter league. Plus, it's one of the best players of all time. Fair enough. But anything you can do to make people like that brand, because when I'm looking down the balance sheet. And I'm a conglomerate company with 15 different investors trying to buy that company in 2035 or whatever year it is. I'm looking at all the revenue you generate. I'm looking at brand loyalty, at sentiment, at affinity-based marketing you've done over the years, all these tie-ins that you have. And then I'm going to say, how much can I make over the next 10 years to make this grow another 10x? Can I do that? Right? Have they done the legwork for me where now I can spend my money and amplify and make it bigger? That's what a fucking company does when they buy another company that's successful. And that's what Major League Baseball and every other sports franchise is now. And if I'm Manfred, I bring in somebody that understands that to explain it to these dipshits, which you would think they know because they're fucking billionaires already.
Well, let me ask you this, and this is a serious question. Is the MLB the only one that doesn't have a salary cap?
I mean... Other leagues have them, but
the NBA, they're all different. But the NBA, NHL, and MLB all
they all have
NBA,
salary
NFL
caps,
all
yes.
have salary caps. Yeah,
are they legitimate actual salary caps? I mean, is it a salary cap when I can fucking have my best player renegotiate his contract and then use that money for somebody else? Is it really?
Right.
Technically, no.
Yeah.
Right? When you can use deferments like that or offload into bonuses and shit like that. Is it? It is what it is all I'll say. But the fact that they're trying to make this like this poor me stuff from the fucking owners. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
We all know what this is. We've all seen the economics of the game. We've seen these teams go out for sale for so much money, and then we see the valuations on them. The fucking Cowboys are worth $9 billion now.
The Rays don't even have a stadium.
Yeah.
And they were sold for, what, $1.5 billion?
Yeah. And it's the type of thing, too, where it's all – this is sort of like the dark – like the shitty side of capitalism. It's the best economic system, but there's still flaws. And they're all just making enough money already, and they all basically have local monopolies, so there's not a ton of – incentive, I think, for them. Like, they're raking in money either way, so there's not a ton of incentive for them to go spend more money.
No. But sunlight's the best disinfectant, right? Tony Clark is the president of the MLB Players Association. He should be having publicly the conversation that I just had right now. Like, have a couple of just do a conference on investing that doesn't even have anything to do with MLB, and he shows up, and somebody's explaining to him what I just explained. He's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So basically, we're cogs in a product that grows in value over time. So why the fuck are we talking about mitigating my expense right now instead of realizing it's an investment? You're trying to have your cake and eat it too here, guy. You want to have this 10-year growth plan and then sell the company for fucking 10x what you paid for it, but you don't want to pay 2x now? That doesn't make any sense.
That's why I think college football will eventually unionize with the players.
They'll have to, because it's just too chaotic right now.
It is.
They'll have to, even regardless of all that, but yeah.
It is. And then last but not least, breaking news here, the Olympics, which is coming to L.A. in 2028, has said there will be no trans athletes on either side, men or women. They've banned all trans athletes.
And all it took was for all of us to have to watch a man beat the Christ out of a bunch of women.
There was apparently an Asian diver as well, who was a woman who switched to a dude's category. That's because it's less splash, obviously, when you have a smaller body.
Oh, it was a diver?
Yes, it was a diver who won the gold medal in that. So that's all over now.
Yeah. There's certain sports where in the Olympics where the women have a little bit of an advantage, depending on gymnastics is weirdly another one.
Yeah, and then I think there's the sandwich making.
Yes.
Yeah, which goes on a lot behind the scenes, and we don't see that every day. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll be live with Drinkin' Bros Fake News here in about 5 minutes on Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Patreon, bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. All the video shows are on Spotify, so rate the show a 5-star over there. And then on iTunes, just leave a 5-star and a quick review. No video over there. I don't think they're planning on doing it, to be honest with you. So not really sure why. It's Apple. They clearly have the money for it. But hey, not my fucking company, not my fucking problem. However, it does keep the lights on here if you guys actually review the show. The advertisers look at it. I promise you that. Thanks for D'Anthony, Hollaway, Hot Bob. I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.